Hi, Bruno.
Hi, Hannah. Nice to meet you.
You too.
Hi.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you for having or taking the time to have the call with me. Just wanna, yeah, just run through some questions with you about the market lately, success factors in general, your expertise, and so on. So, yeah, so how did you actually get into SAP,
That's
especially
a
within the success factors?
yeah. I think it's a really interesting point that I was a recruiter before, like you.
Oh well, yeah, yeah,
I used to work with people actually making placements, deals with SuccessFactors consultants. So I knew more or less how the market works, right, as recruiter.
yeah,
I like so much these people during the interviews in terms of employment, their experiences, that I
yeah,
just decided to, yeah, study by myself. I bought a learning hub, study, yeah, how SuccessFactors works, how you implement these things, and
yeah.
apply to a
Amazing.
company, junior.
Yeah.
And they accept me.
Yeah,
So
started
that's
off as a junior.
I
Yeah,
think I think one of the things as a factor is quite open. So you can really study. First of all, of course, you have free tools to study to learn things. Then if you
yeah,
want to go more deep, to get certified, you need to of course pay for that. But they allow you. It's public. You can access, and then you can check opportunities with
yeah,
consultancies.
of course. Yeah. And how do you feel the market's going lately with success factors? Do you feel like a lot more people have decided to go into this industry, well, this kind of module, or do you think it's not as many as it was before?
Yeah, I think, of course, my experience, I used to begin with talent modules like
Yeah.
recruitment, onboarding. Now I'm
Hmm.
focusing more in core HR, which is
Yeah.
employee centered. But what I see right now is that, yeah, there is a lot of work. There are many companies who are working in SAP environments. So let's say on-premise, something really like old-fashioned, and they are implementing success factors that help us because it's an ecosystem, right? So if you have
Yeah.
already
Of course.
SAP, it's easier to integrate to SAP,
Yeah.
go to the cloud. So I think there are a lot of projects and there are deadlines, so people are
Exactly.
rushing to the cloud. So I think there is a lot of work. Probably before was also more, but I have 6 years working on this, but this started
Exactly. Yeah.
early. Yeah.
Makes sense. Yeah, I've seen that as well as a recruiter. I feel like a lot of people start off with recruiting, onboarding,
Mhm.
PMGM, and now a lot of people are focusing more on the HR core of things, EC time being quite a big one right now, isn't it? Time management, time tracking, time off. That's quite big right now. I can see in the market. So, okay, perfect. No, that's good to know. Okay, and how do you like? Why do you think that companies are using success factors or SAP success factors over other HR platforms right now?
You mean like Workday or Oracle, this
Yeah,
kind of.
Workday, Oracle. Yeah,
I think, of course, the first thing is you have a SAP environment. So you're already
hmm,
having this environment. This is way the most straightforward ways to go to success factors, right?
yeah,
But I think one of the positive success factors is that they have a native support for
yeah,
payroll in a lot of countries. I think it's the biggest, bigger than the other companies, let's say, the other providers.
yeah,
Because I think Workday is quite strong in the States, but not much in
hmm,
Europe. They don't have support, for example, for other type of payroll. They need to
yeah,
have some sort of integrations. And Oracle is actually a good system,
yeah,
quite
definitely.
successful. You can do a lot of things, but it requires actually a lot of capacitation for the consultant. So I think
Yeah,
there are many things. I think SuccessFactors is quite balanced. It's
yeah,
open. For example, I was a recruiter. I didn't
yeah,
know,
exactly.
right? And I got into there for yeah, and for Oracle, I think you require a lot of training that is a little
Hmm.
harder to get as consultant. And of course,
Yeah,
resources is really important. You don't have people to implement something. It's more niche. It's harder. So I think if we
yeah,
have a multi-global company who wants to have a native payroll support and they want to have localizations per country, such
yeah.
factor fits quite good to that.
Yeah, definitely. I think so too. Just from the candidates I speak to in general, a lot of them I ask like, how comes you are not interested, or how comes you don't want to be too much involved within Workday or Oracle? But they just say, yeah, success factors is their preference, is what they've learned from the
Mhm.
start. So it only can expand from there. There's so many modules that you'll be able to learn, and more projects that you'll be able to be involved in as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
SuccessFactors, I think, of course, there is this flexibility that is modular. So, for example, you can start with the recruiting module and after that implement Employee Central, right? So, or you can start with Employee Central and then, okay, later I will implement performance, recruiting. So there are many things. I think in the other case, Workday is more unified, like a complete suite.
Yeah.
Oracle is also a different system. So I think that flexibility, modular flexibility, this capability to have the payroll native in different countries is actually a good selling point. Huh?
Yeah, no, exactly that. Okay, no, that does make sense. I think when it comes to success factors in general, where do you think someone should start out if they're going into success factors? What kind of module do you think they should start with?
Yeah, that of course depends on the industry, the requirements.
Yeah, of course.
I think in my experience, I like to start with the core HR, with Employee Central.
Definitely,
Because you get indeed the core, right, of the system. You can
Yeah.
also implement Employee Central Payroll, which is the payroll connection to our core system, and it's really like highly integrated. So you replicate everything to the payroll, and it's quite straightforward. As amazing as you have already a subsystem. And after that, you can of course implement recruitment, performance, compensation, and go more deep. That's of course my experience, but I work with clients who started with recruitment, and I know that because I started with recruitment as a consultant.
Yeah, exactly that. Definitely. Okay. And do you see any like risks of like customers moving away from SAP SuccessFactors?
Yeah, the competition has of course advantages. I think Workday have a really good UI. I think what I heard talking to people is that it's quite easy for the customers. They like it.
Yeah.
And for Oracle, I know they have a high customization, so you can do a lot of things there. And SuccessFactors is more in the middle. They have a good eye, but maybe not as good. I like SuccessFactors, but maybe not as good.
Definitely.
As the other one, and maybe not much customization as the other one, but it's in balance. I like it, but depend of course where you come from. I am a full factors consultant, so I didn't work in on-premise SAP, which have another stream and other things. So depend on the customer. If the customer, for example, have an SAP environment, I think it's really hard that they leave that. But if they don't have an SAP environment, they have, for example, they're in the States, it's only in the States, not something really global. Gordon is an option. And if
I've seen that,
hire really customizable requirements, and they have the resourcing for that, maybe Oracle. So depends.
Exactly. Yeah, I do think that when it comes to more on a global impact, I think some companies move away from SAP and they maybe go into Workday. I've seen a lot of that recently within the US. But Germany itself, if you're in the SAP industry, it would be quite hard to move out of that. I feel like that's going to be the best way to move forward.
Is the key.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Okay, and moving on to AI, the biggest thing right now that everyone is involved in. How will AI and automation impact success factors and HR processes in the future? And what kind of industries will benefit from this the most, would you say?
Yeah, always when I'm in a workshop, we talk about three things. We talk about the employee experience, of course, the employees use the system, right? The HR admin experience, these are the people who organize all the tasks, all the things, and the managers, right? They also some tasks. I think independent of the industry, right now AI, at least what I see from SuccessFactors, is quite big. So an employee can directly say to a chatbot like ChatGPT, hey, I want to do this, I want to see this, and you don't need to do any manual process. If you are a manager, for example, or an HR admin that needs to create a goal plan for an employee, you don't need to begin from scratch. You have the support. So I think everything that is manual can now be less manual, and you can focus more in strategic things on when you need to put more to saving time and money.
Yeah, so yeah, exactly that, saving time and money. I do get that as well from a recruiter point of view. Can be quite helpful, even for you to have some difficult questions that you get given as well. it can help. But from a SuccessFactors point of view, it's always good to know as well how it can be helpful on what you guys speak about as well. It's always good to know.
For
Amazing.
example, I'm thinking right now translation. If you
Yeah,
have a global company and you want to translate like the
exactly. Yeah,
values, boom, automatically. Yeah.
yeah, exactly that. No, it's always good to know. Well, thank you for having the call with me. Do you have any questions that you'd like me to answer or?
Yes, just curious as recruiter, which is actually the module from SuccessFactors that you have more in demand right now by your clients?
Yeah, I think that goes for a lot of recruiters like myself, EC time being the main one right now. And yeah, just in general, the HR core in general, EC, time tracking, time off, the main
Mhm.
ones right now for all of us. And going back to actually HCM payroll, that is still something that some of our customers are looking for as well. So a bit of a mix, but EC
Yeah,
definitely being EC time, the main one for now.
this is part of the quota chart, so it's really
Yeah,
the focus.
exactly. Yeah, everyone wants it. I do also speak to a lot of consultants that work within on the talent modules of recruiting, onboarding,
Mhm.
performance and goals as well. I still find that very interesting. So yeah, we learn a lot every day by what our customers are looking for.
Yeah,
Exactly that. Amazing. Well, yeah, thank you for having the call with me. It's always great to know some up and coming research, market research as well. And yeah, we'll speak very soon.
yeah, pleasure, Hannah. See you.
Thanks, Bruno. Bye bye.